Okay guys, welcome to another Zenler Has Got You Covered edition. Now yesterday we ran the quizzes, and this today we're following along slightly the same theme and we're going into surveys. So you're going to see a lot of common things in quizzes as you see in surveys. But surveys is for capturing valuable data, which you can always find by going to top right, reports and quizzes and surveys to find that data, to see how your students are engaging with what you're creating. Surveys can be a great way to pull in this extra data for them. So we have some recorded video for you to watch. It is about 11 minutes long, maybe a little bit longer, and it covers everything that you need to know about surveys to get you up to speed. Now, quizzes and surveys were revamped, and surveys in particular is being set up. It's foundational, it all works, and it's all in the new design. It looks really cool. You can do your survey data, but there's something you need to know about surveys. This first iteration of surveys is the building block for some extra code that we're going to put in there to allow you to do what's called branching surveys. So branching surveys means if they answer one thing one way, they'll go off in a different route to answer in another way. So it's, if you like, branching, and you can add these branchings into the surveys when we release it, guys. Not at the moment, it's just a survey as it's a survey, but it's the ground foundation for being able to do this later. Now, what else we know that's going to happen with the surveys is going to be that we're going to try and incorporate it into other areas of the site. So where at the moment, like with quizzes and surveys, you have to go into a course to actually fill the quiz or the survey out, we want it so that we can create these into things like marketing funnels. So if you can be able to drop a block in there once it's captured opt-in data and it's recorded that student, because obviously you don't just want it open, you don't know who's giving these answers, so you want some way of capturing them. So capture that data of that name and email maybe as a lead, and it will still grab all that data out of them on the quizzes and the surveys. So this is a lot more we can do with this, and a lot more we know we're going to do with it, but it is the foundations. So it's enterprise level surveys and quizzes at the moment, but it's going to be even more as we move forward. Okay, so just so that you know, so you're aware of what's going on with the platform itself and how we're going to try and develop it and get all these things across to you as users. So I'm going to be running the recorded content now, and I hope you like it. And I'm just changing the name here to my Zoom. You're going to see it change, bottom left, bang, there you go. Okay, let's go into recording content. As usual, any questions, put them into the comments, and we will then finish off by what's coming up next, which I've been working on quite a few of these videos to cover what we're going to be covering as a segment next on this. Okay guys, so enjoy this, and any questions, put them in the chat. If you want to jump on live, let me know and I can put a link in there so you can jump on the live session with me, but I won't do that until the recording's finished. Okay, enjoy this. Welcome to surveys. So Zenler's got you covered when it comes to creating surveys on Zenler platform. I'm just going to show you where you can add a survey into your courses. So let's just jump into Zenler and jump into this yoga training here, and we're going to add it into this course. So as you can see, I've got my yoga training course in here, and I'm in the admin dashboard, and I'm going to go across to curriculum. Inside the curriculum area, I'm going to add a new lesson, and I'm going to call this lesson survey. Once I've done that and saved it, I'm then going to add a survey into this lesson. Here we have the survey button. Let's click this once. Let's now name our survey. And click add. This will open up the survey interface. Now inside here we have the option to add questions. So we have lots of different choices inside here. We can add multiple choice, multiple response, true and false, media, ratings, scale, and we can add free text. We can also add another group in there if we want to as well. And you can see that you can go into the thank you page there, and we have the welcome page enabled as well. If I click on the welcome page, you can see this is what you get when it comes up by default. And under all of these, we can go and edit those. You'll also notice on the right hand side that we have more options to do with the survey. So you can enable retake, and you can let people retake it more than once, or you can disable it and only let them take it once. If I disable it, you can also enable review as well, so that the participants can review the answers they've given. You can turn that off and on, and you can enable or change the navigation. I'm going to turn that off, and you can also randomize the questions by turning that on inside there. This is under the general tab under survey settings. If we now go to advanced, you're going to see that you can add a progress bar there, and you can even enable a timer, so it's timed response. You can go into theme, and you can set a new theme inside here as well, and you can go in and create your own theme inside here as well. So if I choose this and I edit it, I can go in here and start to create my own theme, create my own background instead of this, have my own colors to match my theme style like so, and even change the question text color and the option text color as well. And you can change the size of this to make it bigger or smaller. You can change the font style in here as well, and you can save it off, and you can change the background image by selecting in there if you require. Once you click save, it will then save this as a theme, and if you go back to your themes inside here, you can actually choose a theme inside here. As you can see, this is the theme, which you can go and edit. You can see all those colors are fixed in there, so it means under my themes you can create more surveys and just click that to use that theme inside of here. You've also got languages here, so you can change the language of the start, submit button, finish button, nav buttons, retake buttons. So we give you a language setting to be able to change your survey to match your particular style or particular language. Under survey settings here, again, we've been through this. You can get to this easily by clicking on any of these and going across to the survey settings. When you click on anything inside of here, it will change the right hand navigation. So if I go to your options here, you're going to see on the right hand side these have now changed. If you need to get back to survey settings, you can click in survey settings there. You can also preview by hitting the preview button as well, and you can click the back button to exit out of the surveys. So now I'm going to add a series of questions, and we're going to look at this. So here you can see I've totally formatted the way this survey looks, and I've added all the elements. So you can see in here that we have a multi-choice question format. We have in here a multiple response format. We have in here a true and false format, and we have a media format as well. We have a star rating format in here, and you can adjust all of these by going over to this side and clicking inside here. So you can see that all of the options appear on the right hand side. When you click any of the elements in the page, you can see they all appear in here. We can change these really quite easily and say if you want them required or not. You can also ask for feedback as a free text version as well, which you can make required, and set the maximum number of characters. Every question type that you have in here has an option associated with it. You can also go into the thank you page and you can adjust that as well inside there and set all the general settings for this. Now it's really important that you test your survey as well. So you have this preview button up here where you can go through, you can preview and see your survey in action. Now it's important to note that if you do change any of the settings inside of here, such as the theme, that you need to save those out. So you need to edit those, and you need to make sure that you're saving when you upload. This is an important aspect of this. If we click in there, you need to make sure you're clicking save in here for it to be applied to all of our pages as it is now. And that is how it works. And so you can see how surveys is really powerful in here, and you have lots of options to brand it in your own colors. So try it, because the data from the surveys is saved as well. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to quickly go in here as a student, and I'm actually going to take this, and you're going to see the results that are given through someone that fills the survey out. So now you're going to see that I'm logged in as a student, and you can see the live sessions and curriculums come up. I'm just going to jump straight to the survey. Let's click survey. It will open up in the course player inside here, and we can start filling out our survey options. Let's start the survey. And click finish. So it says your feedback is very important to me. This was set, this text was all set in here, and then you can click to the next lesson. So let us now see what you see from an admin once someone's filled out your survey. To see the results of our surveys, we're just going to click on reports here, and then we're going to go down to quiz and surveys. So you're going to see in here that we have the ability to filter, select range, or select courses. I'm going to select in here, and I'm going to choose the yoga course, and I want to run the report. So we're going to leave it on this month, and we're going to run the report here, and you're going to see that we have one attendee and one completed survey. And inside here, if we click inside, you're going to see the results for this user. So you can see exactly what they've picked. You can see it says 100% on this one, 100% on this one, and you can see they've picked the right option for downward dog. And inside here you can see where they've picked 100, 100, 100, 100. So this is a select all that apply, and you can see it in there and there. And what's good about this is you can export this out as a CSV file to take it into something like Google Sheets. You can also check the attendee details as well. So if we click in there, it's going to tell you that user that filled out and completed that particular survey. We click details again, we jump back into that user. And that is how it works, and that is how we can monitor our survey data inside of Zenler. Hopefully you have found this interesting, and this is going to be a first step in you creating your own surveys for your courses. Remember, surveys are valuable feedback, and you can sculpt and change the way your course works and looks based on your users' feedback. This has been another Zenler Has Got You Covered, and I'm sure you'll agree that we have got you covered when it comes to surveys. So there we go. That was a little bit of a flyby on surveys. So if you watch the one from yesterday, what we did on quizzes, then you'll see that surveys and quizzes are quite similar, except there's no grading system inside of the surveys. But you can see, really easy to put together. You can style it in your own style. You can use the themes that you've already got, that you've set up for quizzes. You could use them in surveys, or you can create your own and then just pick which one you want under the custom templates. So once you set them all up, it's really easy to reproduce this stuff. Okay guys, so hopefully that has made it really clear. So Pauline's on again. Hi Pauline, great to see you. Fabulous. So previously Pauline has used MailChimp for surveys. Like the idea of not being able to branch different sections depending on the answer though. Yeah, branching surveys. Just try it. I mean, if you're using MailChimp, I don't know, I think ours is easier. I think it's more customizable than MailChimp's. But as I've used it, but it was a long time ago, I don't tend to use anything. I try to do everything I can inside the platform itself. But with the branching surveys, when that comes along as well, it's going to be really good. And remember, if you are using surveys inside Zenler, then everything's self-contained. We are an all-in-one platform. That's what we sell ourselves on. We're trying to get it to a stage where you don't need to use things like ActiveCampaign or MailChimp or anything else. You know, that's our mission statement, all-in-one platform. Unlike lots, you know, we say all-in-one platform, not requiring any extra subscriptions. And that is the case now. You can run your whole site, do everything inside the platform itself. You don't need any other tool integrations if you don't want to use them, okay? Depends how sophisticated you want to get to. And like I said to you before, you know, I did one on split testing. People didn't know you could do split testing. It's all how you work with the system, and you can make it all work. I prefer everything self-contained in my Zenler dashboard. I know everything that's going on, and if I need to manipulate any of the students or anything like that, I can easily export data out or take that data or set something up so it's specific. So it is an all-in-one platform as far as I'm concerned. I use it for 3 sites that I run, and lots of the other students just purely use Zenler. It just depends. Lots of people say, oh, you know, if you've got a blog and these sort of things, you should be using WordPress. Guys, I've been doing this stuff for decades, and I've been creating websites before I even knew about Zenler on WordPress, and I still maintain I can get better, or if not the same results as any other site out there, and I will prove it to you, you know. So this is what I believe. This is the truth of the matter, because I do, you know, used to do this for a living as far as website designs, and there you go. And that's all I've got to say on the matter, really. So Pauline's saying eventually she'll move everything across. Yeah, I think it's like a case that people get familiar and happy with the software they're using, and like if they're just using it, it's working well for them, why switch? I understand that. Some people like extra things that are in certain platforms, because I think Kevin's mentioned it before. You know, we are a course platform. You know, we're not a shop. We're not like a cart where you add items. Where you do get systems doing that, I think they fall short in a lot of ways, because if they're selling things like digital products, I was looking at System, and you can sell physical products, but like, okay, so one of the most important things about selling any sort of physical product is shipping costs. Where's that? It's nowhere. You might as well just sell it on Zenler as a physical product and take someone's address bar, and then risk the massive costs of shipping in different places in the country. So all those sort of things should be thoroughly thought of and built into a dashboard. And sometimes a lot of platforms produce these features really, really quickly without actually finalizing. And I think that's a kind of case for a lot, and we've fallen into that a little bit before we decided to level up on all of our back end stuff, and we're starting to move towards the page builder and all of these things. If you remember back that far, we were bringing out 2 features a week. You know, we were really pushing these features in there. But I think it's sometimes a good idea to pull back and just get everything perfect before you move on. Because at the end of the day, people are trying to sell courses, and they're trying to have a membership, and we want all of the options for these areas to be perfect before starting adding a ton of other things in, like cart functionality and all of these things. I know you guys, you know, you'll be like, oh, it'd be good if Zenler has this, it'd be good if it has that. It'd be good if you could video edit, it'd be good if it created your own videos for you. You know, I'm sure. But, you know, I think do things well, do them properly, and that's the building base before you start adding lots and lots of new updates. And it's very easy to say, oh, why hasn't Zenler got this? But what you don't realize is all the development work that the amazing development team do in the background. So surveys is one of those things. It was asked for. It was like quizzes and surveys before, was not as robust, not as many options as we have now. And all of the features that we put into the platform are driven by you guys. Okay. So it'd be good, Pauline. Yeah, try it, test it all out. You know, you can set a little test course up, keep it secret, go in there, test with a test student and see the results and see if it's comparing, see if there's anything missing. And if it works for you, just keep it in the platform. I love that you can just choose the template that you've designed, because that could save you a lot of time. So you can use that in quizzes and surveys. It drops into both of them. So definitely worth looking at. Right, I want to just now show you what we're going to have coming up, or what we've covered so far in this Zenler's Got You Covered month. So I'm going to do a little screen share, a little presentation screen share of all the stuff we've covered today, and a few things at the end that we're going to cover. So if you haven't seen this, then if you haven't seen any of these, then I'll tell you if these ones are in there already. So we're going to start off straight away. We started off with what the Zenler's Got You Covered month was all about. Then we moved on to marketing funnels. We've done these so far. So you covered marketing funnels there. We went into lives and events, you know, all the features and flyby of all of these. We went into organizing your Zenler site, so organizing courses, about student organization, these kind of things. We then moved on to unlimited courses, or some of the course features within Zenler itself. We looked at pricing plans in the platform. We looked at dripping content and how that works with both bundles and courses. We looked at split testing emails that I was talking about earlier, not just emails, but how you can split test funnel pages, how you can split test sales pages in your platform itself, all inside Zenler, no external applications needed. We looked at advanced filtering and how that can help you, and the power of advanced filtering. We moved on to the page builder and a simple tutorial showing you basically how it works and how we have pre-designed blocks for you. We then moved on to surveys, and not before we moved on to quizzes, because we had quizzes yesterday and surveys today. And now we're going to move on to memberships. So we're going to be looking at tiers for memberships. Okay, we're going to be looking at bundles for memberships. These are all different things that you might want to put in place or mix and match. That's the flexibility of the platform. We're going to look at how you can just use a straightforward course as a membership. We're going to look at how you can use a whole site for a membership for maximum options and opportunities. And you have 3 sites on the Pro, 10 on the Premium, so you could easily set one up. Then we're going to look at the one page membership, and that's going to cover us, I think. So a lot of stuff still to come on Zenler's Got You Covered, and that'll cover us until next week. And after that, we're going to finish off with a few like quick ones on Zenler's Got You Covered, and hopefully you found these things really interesting, and it's just refreshed your mind on the capabilities of what Zenler has got to offer you. Pauline, you've been in every day. Thank you so much for your support. All you guys that are hanging around live, you got any questions, or you're just supporting what we're trying to do here, that is really cool. But remember, you can have your say. So at the moment, I've got a few ideas on the different aspects of Zenler that I want to show in the Zenler's Got You Covered month, but maybe I've got it wrong, or maybe there's something you, Pauline, want me to include in the Zenler Has Got You Covered. So try and think. There might be an area that you're not sure of, that you want a little bit of a refresher on. You know, it could be email templates, you know, it could be some of the media types inside of Zenler. These are 2 that I'm going to do anyway. Okay, so it could be anything. Just ask the question, or just put it in the comments if you want to see anything done on Zenler's Got You Covered. So Pauline, if you want to put that down there, brilliant. Anybody else watching this on the hashtag replay, then, and you want something shown, then put it down there. So if you want to flyby, if there's an area of the site that you don't use, that you think, do you know what, I don't want to spend 4 hours learning an area, I just want a quick flyby of it, now's your chance. Put it in there and I can give you a flyby. And where I've got longer parts, you'll see I speeded up the footage so it goes, I'm really quick moving around and doing it. So that'll be good. So email templates will be good. Already got that on the cards, Pauline. So yeah, if you can think of anything else, try and think of anything else in there, and I'll put it in there. We're trying to cover all the main parts of the site. So if there's bits, it's like if I'm covering, like, you're talking about subscriptions, that'll be under pricing plans, because I'll try and cover the whole lot. We're not making it easy. All of these videos, they're between 5 and 15 minutes long, okay, the recordings. You can jump to those bits, you can stop it, you don't have to hear me ramble on and on and on. But I'm trying to tell you at the end what's going on with Zenler's Got You Covered, so you're prepared. If you are into memberships, or even you want to run a membership but you're using on-demand courses at the moment, then definitely check out all of the different types of memberships that you could set up with Zenler, the different ways of creating membership sites. I think if you haven't seen any of the workshops that I've done on memberships, then it will open your eyes. Or you didn't attend Kevin's Zen Mind sessions, where it was 6 months of them talking about different types of memberships. So he'll probably, I think Kevin will, because he's got a lot of information from a lot of users on the Zen Mind, he'll probably come in and he'll put things down there. So that would be a really good opportunity for you to tag Kevin in on those membership ones, because he's got other users' feedback coming in through membership sites. Yeah, I think, Pauline, it's good, isn't it? These micro learning sessions, this seems to be what it's all about nowadays. Like, right, that's another thing I wanted to say. Where it used to be, lots of the platforms were saying, like, each video you do, try and keep to sub 10 minutes. Now, that's really hard when you're trying to teach someone how to build a lovely page on Zenler, you know? So if we can touch point certain bits that get you going, and you go, oh right, I understand what you mean, so I'll just do it now, then that's what we're trying to do with this. So I'm really glad that that's what you think, Pauline, because that's what we're trying to get to. But yeah, anything you think, put it in there. You know, if this is really popular and we get lots of engagements, maybe this is something we'll do a little bit more often. You know, we'll do it maybe not a month, but maybe we'll bring out one a week or something on different things, and we'll put it into the event so you can see when it's coming up, so you can join when you need to. But really good to see you there. I know there's been a few people watching as we go, but Pauline's gone in here and given us some comments, so thank you so much for your support, Pauline. You've been on pretty much all of the lives that I've been doing for Zenler's Got You Covered, so I really appreciate it. It's really nice to have people here supporting and hopefully learning. Guys, we will be back on Thursday, okay? And I say Thursday because we need a day between to create media for the next lot. Okay, so on Thursday we have membership options, and I think we're going to be looking, might change the order, but we're going to be looking at the courses for memberships. So it's the first one. It's a pretty easy one. It won't take very long, but I do, with the courses one, I do throw in a few little nuggets of gold in there. There's a few things I'm going to show you that you can do, okay? And I'm not going to spoil it for you. Actually, I will. I'll spoil it for you. What I'm going to do, right, is I'm going to show you how you can put two different pricing plans. So one of those pricing plans is your membership subscription, okay, Pauline? The second one is membership subscription plus an ebook. And what's going to happen is, if you join the plus, which is going to be $20 extra for this ebook, but it's a one-time payment. So you come into it, the membership is $30 a month. But there's another option in there that says $30, and if you want the ebook, it's an extra $20. And we use initial fee to take that $20. But how do we then separate those people coming into the same membership? How do we get that ebook to people that have bought it, but not to the people that haven't? Now you might say, oh, that's okay, you could set tiers up. But I say to you, that's far too complicated, and there's the risk of turning that off or moving it around. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to use advanced filtering to filter people out on that particular pricing plan, and send them another email with the ebook link in it. We'll be looking at that as well. It's a little bit of a bonus to what we're doing with the membership area. So it'll all be clear if you watch over the next few days. But tomorrow we're off. Might run a live support desk. Seen some really cool questions coming into Facebook group that I really am chomping at the bit to answer, so I might well do a live support desk tomorrow, earlier than Mamit's got one at 4 o'clock. I might do it sort of 10 in the morning or 12 before she runs her live support desk. Guys, have a great afternoon. I hope you've enjoyed this. Zenler's got you covered, and I'm sure you agree it's got you covered on surveys. See you later, guys.